We smoked the choice cut brisket for 28 hours. We like to cook low and slow, but how long is too long? Let's see if it makes a difference. We have a 16-pound brisket and we got some prep work to do. There it is. Now, I'm no professional when it comes down to trimming. I just like to cut off some of the flappy pieces, some hard fat, stuff like that. We're gonna trim on both sides. Of course, it's important to have a nice sharp knife and to take your time. We're using some Fireshire as a binder. We're gonna coat this on both sides. From here, we're hitting it with Killer Hog's TX brisket seasoning. This will give us that rich salt and pepper flavor. Then we like to hit it with a second seasoning. I hit it with the barbecue rub because it adds a nice mahogany color and adds some delicious flavor. Let's keep time. We're starting at 7:03 p.m. on Tuesday. We're starting this brisket off at 180 degrees for the first 2 hours. We're smoking on the Char Grill or Gravity 980. After 2 hours, we're gonna pump it up to 225. After 14 hours of smoke, it's looking really good already. From here, we're gonna start spritzing with some water. All right, we're at the 24-hour mark, and we're gonna check on our brisket. It's currently sitting at 190 degrees Fahrenheit, and I think we're gonna try the foil boat method. I usually like to wrap my briskets, but this time we're gonna try the foil boat method. I want this to absorb as much smoke as possible and catch all the juices. We're gonna throw this back on, and we're gonna show you what probe tender looks like. I was starting to insert my probe, and then I was like, let's see how probe tender looks. When you insert the thermometer, there should be 0 resistance. There's a little resistance on the flat, but we got a lot of cooking left to do. We're putting the temperature probe right back into the point, and now we're gonna put some of that tallow on top. I know I'm gonna make some people mad by doing this, but it's my brisket. Deal with it. It's time to close the lid because we're cooking this until we hit 203 internal. After 28 hours, it's time to rest in your Yeti cooler. We're gonna let our brisket rest for at least an hour before we start slicing into it. It's 12:35 and we're ready for some brisket. Did we miss dinner time? Yeah, but we got some brisket snacks before bed. The resistance on this is very loose. You can tell a lot of that fat broke down, made it nice and jiggly. Now with a sharp brisket knife, it's time to see how we did. Is smoking a brisket for 28 hours better or worse? Honestly, I didn't see too much. It wasn't as juicy as my traditional ones, but it was still very moist. Now we got all them drippings we're gonna put right over the top. If my doctor's watching this, yeah, I'm totally eating a salad. What are you talking about? This brisket was so juicy, it was really delicious, but I didn't really see a purpose for smoking it 28 hours, but it still worked out. It was a nice little test to work with. It fell apart, it was juicy. You can't go wrong with this. That and it melts in your mouth every single time. If you get an opportunity and want to try smoking something like this, give it a shot. What's there to lose? Like what we're cooking? Be sure to like, follow, share, and subscribe, and as always, we'll see you guys at the next barbecue.